What's going on, guys? On this episode of Knucklebusters Garage, we're finally back in the garage. I got a whole new setup going, and for some reason, I decided I was going to pull the bed off and start painting the frame. Let's check it out. So here's what I got going on. I have the bed hanging from the ceiling by ratchet straps, but that was the only decent way I figured I can kind of do it somewhat by myself. I went ahead and pulled off that cross member piece. I got the vents off the back of the cab, the brackets to hold the gas pump or the gas tank in. On the floor, I had to originally replace the carrier bearing. So I got both two pieces of drive shaft out. I got the leaf springs laying there. Then I decided to pick up some new U-bolts because the U-bolts I had in there were pretty rusty and bent. So I ended up sawzalling those off, and then I'm like, well, let me just paint the frame. So here I am. I painted it, kind of half-assed it, didn't like it, so now I'm doing it the correct way. So I sanded everything down. I'm getting ready to lay primer on all the parts today. And I decided the exhaust, the way it was set up and how bad it was rusted to hell, dented, scratched, sounded like a tractor. So I just took the Sawzall, I went to town, and I made myself have to do exhaust. So I got a new manifold in there already. I got to get the downpipe, and then I'm going to remap it so it comes out from the back of the cab into a muffler, splits off through a Y pipe, and then I'm going to run two smaller mufflers, and I'm going to run dual tips. I think I'm going to run those dual Monza tips. We'll see how that goes, though. But for now, I have back of the cab wall, the frame, the axle, all painted. Getting ready for primer. I'm going to prime everything, paint the back cab wall, paint the axle, paint all the blue stuff first, the aqua stuff, and then I'm going to respray the frame and then put the gas tank in. And eventually, I'm going to be doing a dump bed. I'm not going to be doing it now because in a couple of months, sometime down the road, my dad is actually doing an S10 dump bed, and we're going to get two kits. I'm going to bring a truck back home, and we're just going to do two dump beds in one day. We're going to cut the convertible on his, and it's going to be a mini trucking weekend. It's going to be a long mini trucking weekend, but it's right at my alley. Right now, I have the wheels taped off. Everything's taped off, ready to go. So I just have to lay primer on it, get the primer done, and then I think after that, once that all kind of settles and dries and whatnot, I'm going to go ahead and just spray the blue first and then the pink after, because the axle's going to be blue, so I'm just going to throw something over it to tape it off, and then tape off the back cab wall, and then I'll be able to spray the pink and have it safe. But yeah, then I have to do a couple of other little things as far as dump bed stuff goes. But yeah, let's get painting, I guess. So, before I get started on this next project, of the main project, I'm going to give a little update. It might seem repetitive because it has been a couple of days. The weather's been really crappy here. It's been 30 degrees and it's just absolutely ridiculous. So, axle's painted, cab wall's painted, frame is painted, didn't turn out the way I liked it. So I sanded it all back down. And this cross member piece, I forgot about it completely, and it's It was done pretty half-assed at first. That's why I'm redoing it. So I sanded all this down. I just got to clean it up. Work on that a little bit there, that rust there. Got this weird crossover piece here. I got that. I got to sand that down again. Everything up here is all done and ready to go except for these two helper leaf springs. Those need clear coat. Leaf springs, those are primed, those are dry. I got to apply pink. Oh, excuse me. I got to apply pink to those today. This piece here holds the gas tank in on the rear section right about this area. So I have to put primer on that, and then I'm gonna paint that pink as well for the frame. Back of the cab, dented all holy hell, but it is painted and clear coat. It is dry, and I'm not gonna worry about it. So what I'm gonna show you guys now is what I have going on here. So it's a built not bought badge, if you will, that I'm gonna go ahead and install onto the frame there, because I will be doing a dump bed. There's more on that later. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and get that drilled and riveted, or drilled, ready to rivet. And then I'm gonna go ahead and paint everything, clear coat it, and then I'm gonna put that bracket on over it. So let's get to it. All right, boys and girls, it has been a couple of days, and the latest of the updates for this is that everything is put together except for the bed. So everything's done. It is now drivable, but a quick parts list. All the hardware was replaced as far as U-bolts, the blocks. I put 2-inch blocks in here instead of the 3-inch blocks. New shocks, new nuts and bolts everywhere, new washers, stuff like that. I redid the exhaust. So I got the manifold, the downpipe, and a bunch of other tubing and a muffler and a downpipe, all that stuff. It's all temporary, so it doesn't look the greatest, but it's still done. I got a new gas tank, which that ate up about half of the budget for this. And then after that, as far as that goes, I decorated some stuff with some wire looming. I got some more wire looming coming. I got a new filter for the fuel strainer, the gas tank, all the lines for it. I replaced all that. All the wiring harnesses are done. And then as far as that goes, it's just all hardware stuff that was replaced. And the bushings were replaced too. So everything back here is new except for, your basic stuff like the frame, the leaf spring packs, and the axle. The rest of it is all new stuff. So let's go take it down the road, and we'll get a little bit of a shoot going real quick. Yeah, I mean, I know the bed is not on. There's no bumper in the back. There's no taillights. But we're going to take it down the road, and I think you guys are going to enjoy the colors, because I do.
It's worked so far, but we're not out yet.
I want to know what you're thinking. There are some things you can't hide. I want to know what you're feeling. Tell me what's on your mind.